Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for October 15th, and today we will be playing Weaver, going from Derelict Starship into Radiant Market, I believe. Maybe those are switched. I don't know. It takes like 10 seconds to boot this thing up, and I've already, I can't even keep stuff like that in my head that long. Crazy. Anyways, we're going to be going up against Cinder. We have to visit 3 Carvers, and we have Brawl. Brawl on Weaver is probably one of the most disgusting things in the entire game, because it means that we have single target. All we have to do is have something be threaded. We just press constrict 4 to 5 times, and look at that. We've got 600 plus damage per turn. What? We will have to solve, like, crowds. AoE, most likely. That could also, honestly, just be constrict. If we end up getting, I keep forgetting what it's called, strangulate, which just hits everybody evenly. We get something like loom with AoE, hit everything, just start constricting literally everything. We could put shielding on hit on it, crit, stuff like that. There's definitely a lot of ways to go about it, but yeah, it's kind of nutty. We'll have to see what our draft hit bindings are. We also have Inkwash, not really too concerned about that. The 3 millstones is kind of like the biggest thing, but we can drop stuff, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Again, we have disgusting damage. We'll have to see what our trinket here is. It's Emblem of Enterprise. We get free money and glyphs. Okay, that opens up even more. Okay, what do you got to say here, you little Baka sus? Very sus. Coin of Shadow. We'd be able to buy legendaries at the final shop. It's basically what I'm looking at with that. You could just use it for money too. Another thing is that Moss Spyglass just gives us damage. I'm really not feeling a lot of these, to be honest. Could see re-rolling. We're going into Derelict Starship first. I guess there's nothing wrong with grabbing a Coin of Shadow for now. We should hopefully have enough damage to beat turn 1 here. All these seem pretty bad. I could kind of get behind Potent Stitch, because with no cooldowns, if we manage to get like enough enemies together, we could just keep stitching repeatedly for our AoE, and then that solves that. I think Thicken Threads is probably the better pick here, though. I don't know. Because if we want to do single target, we just do Constrict, because we don't have to worry about cooldowns. If we want to do AoE, we do Stitch. It's just a plus 30, but it's still something. We'll take Potent Stitch. That one also could have been a reroll. Nani? Dude's being a bit toxic. Okay, we may not have fight 1 here. Yeah, I think we're gonna miss this just barely. Were we offered damage? I don't think so. I think we would have had to have re-rolled for damage. Spawns also scuffed us a little bit. I think that this is fine. Like, I'm not sure there's really much that we can do about it. Besides maybe do something like this. I don't think that's correct. We're apparently going to take 2 damage. So be it. Then we got you turn 2. So a crit there would have made all the difference. If we would have crit on Stitch. So maybe actually... It's kind of hard to say because it's RNG, but it might have actually have been that Ink Needle Compass. An extra 3% crit? I don't know. That's an extra 50% chance to crit. We took the damage on it. Yeah. Really don't know what else we could have possibly done. Let's grab some crit chance now. Further Wider does seem good. So does Widen Stitch. Again, just solving our AoE while we're in this location. Not getting Further Wider, though, feels like a huge misplay, especially when we could possibly ascend into something like Loom, which would make threading a lot of things pretty easy. We're going to take Widen Stitch, though. It'd be very nice if we could get, what is it, Tangle? The one that actually, like, stitches everything for us. Well. Mercurial is absolutely useless to us. Jinx with no cooldown could be pretty good. Grasp with no cooldown's pretty good. Cultivate with no cooldown basically wins us the game. Certainly not fun though, but it does again win us the game. I'd really rather not take that. Yeah, I really would. Guess we take Grasp. The Ascensions seem pretty good when you don't have cooldowns. Jinx is also pretty good. If we get access to Dread Harvest, then that's literally the only skill that we would ever need in the game. Yeah, Cultivate would win us this, but I think we're going to choose Grasp for the fun factor. Do we need a Green Aug? A lot of our greens are negative cooldown. That's kind of bad. If we get the one on Stitch or Thread here, then we could get more crit when we thread a lot of things. We could get crit on Constrict, which is good for our single targets. Grasp is eh. Or do we need to go to the lab? We'll take a Binding Empowerment. And you know what? I might even buy a blue here. There's critical threads right there. That's pretty critical threads. Superior Vault's fine. Again, we should hopefully make more than enough money to account for that 250 purchase and some other stuff. You guys didn't even know where you wanted to go. We're almost getting you with this. This is really a tough one. This could get these guys over here. The problem is that they're like positioned in exactly the right way to where This is going to just use a lot of will. Guess this is kind of our best route here. 1, move a little bit more. 2, take a hit from this guy. Not much we can do. Nuke them. Constrict. What's the actual order here, though? Because this can be 1. Yeah, 1. Come down a little bit. 2. One. Okay. That's not too bad at all. How are you not in this AoE? Okay. Alright. Definitely going to have to be a little bit more careful with this since we chose not to just win the game. Braided Acacia gives us life. Verdant Sprout gives us life and healing. How often do we honestly think that we're going to get hit? I'd say moderately, but not a lot. I guess if I was to get hit, I'd want to actually deal damage instead of heal it back up. I'm feeling quite confident for our Cinder. Braided Acacia also reflects on people who are trying to use Blazing Barrier, so we got that going for us, I guess. We'll take some crit, I suppose. Okay, Sewing Stitch is actually starting to get pretty good. If we get Tangle, then this is suddenly like a very damn good AoE nuke. The rest of these aren't really looking very good. We can afford to re-roll. What green would we want? Critical Constrict. Both of the ones for Grasp are kind of bad for us. It's really not a good green for us. We'll just take Sewing Stitch. Should work for us. Saves us from having to use Thread all the time. What do we got here? That is definitely better than a Mercurial. Huh. Lightning Bolt can go infinite. After Image can go infinite, but why? I guess if we want crits. Holy crap, that would actually be pretty good. Okay, can Invig go infinite? I don't think it can. Anyways, I think After Image is pretty good for us. Again, Lightning Bolt is too. It's not terrible. Yeah, Lightning Bolt isn't bad. It's a lot of setup, though. I don't know. Not sure I'm feeling that today, as you can tell from us skipping past the Cultivate Infinite. But Lightning Bolt's probably the right move. We can target farm a purple onto it, and once we target farm the purple onto it, reduce its cost by 1, we win the game. Like, it's as simple as that. Let's do something fun, though. We're going to go with After Image. There's Ink Needle. Is Moss Mother's worth taking? Maybe. Ink Needle for 35 is hard to say no to. Especially going into a fight like this. Hold up, I gotta mute my Discord. I don't know if you guys can hear that. 1 hour should do. Okay. I like the things that are in this shop, but I think we already bought, like, Critical Grasp was our 250 that we bought. We should theoretically make more money. We've got both Shadow Coin and Enterprise, but not gonna, like, play around with that one. Alright. Our damage was decent. Now our damage is supposed to get pretty good. I think we need to make sure that we push this though, so we're going to go ahead and use this. Only just. Okay, hold up. We can get controlled weaving here. It's not imperative, so to speak. Can we get 4 of you guys? Yes, that'd be 5. We'd have controlled weaving. So we can afford to hit you with this. When you hit me, you're going to take damage. And now we can get rid of all this damage here. I have to take this damage. Let's go ahead and use our barrier then. I'm just concerned. You're minor again. It's actually a little terrifying. That's a very unfortunate positioning there. So how about we do this instead? Pull you in, then hit almost everything? Good lord. I'm gonna Gamba on this. Still pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and do this though. And next turn we can start pumping the grasp. Oh, you're actually Weaver. What the heck? Were you actually, like, base form and we didn't see it? I wasn't paying attention. We don't want to move because we're going to move you with this. Go ahead and hit you with that, I guess. Hook. Like, we pretty much got this. I think next turn, if we just hook repeatedly, we get them. And positioning really doesn't matter. I got controlled weaving during the enemy turn, so it's not happening. Unless they fixed that bug. I don't know if they did. There we go. There's Strangulate. Or we could just increase the amount of damage that it's dealing. We don't lose a lot of damage to Strangulate. Just be able to constantly spam it. If we get shield on hit, we're pretty much unkillable. Which is notable. Then we get to actually use Braided Acacia currently. Get to scale into something like Bone Dog, which is kind of bad for Cinder. Yeah, honestly, just go ahead and give me Strangulate. Constricting Knots definitely makes that feel better. Spun Threads is also like incredibly good though. Jesus H. I think it's Spun Threads. Violent Grasp is also pretty good. Good lud. We can reroll an Ascension. Let's keep that in mind.
Hello, young.
Physical power seems pretty good for us here. Like, I mean, it doesn't hit Stitch. But I think now that we have Strangulate, we really don't care about magic power anymore. So let's actually get some damage. Radiant Market shouldn't be too bad, right? The pots have like a ton of health. Lots of Inkzukas, depends. It'll be interesting in the least. Okay, we can easily... That's controlled weaving. Kind of want to grab this, go here, pull you in. This is still more damage. Okay, we just need to get some damage on Strangulate now. Or just damage in general would be nice. That one's free. Pen is a no. Alright. There's some crit. Urmong's egg could pop, like, pretty reliably, and then we'd get a purple and some money. It's not too bad, honestly. Otherwise, Dun's head, I'm sorry, I don't know if I said Dun's head or Urmong's head. That's kind of monka-ass. Dun's head is huge for us getting our crit to actually happen. I'm still kind of about that. Urmong's eggs is probably the correct decision, especially if you took one of those infinites earlier. Of this, I'll take the ability power. 10% less damage just to affect all of our damage seems like a good idea. There's the one shield per enemy hit, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. Getting an additional critical charge seems like it's actually more important here. If we can get 2 of those and the purple to reduce the cost, then we literally just... I mean, I guess if we reduce the cost, then who the fuck cares how many critical charges we're getting? But if we don't get it, it's still good for us to have that. Of course, we're starting to also get up to about the 30s, so 2 critical charges is still pretty good for a button. There's Blur. Okay. Okay, game. Alright, so we crit our entire kit. we need to visit this carver, which is a shame because I'd like to visit this tethered shrine, but run quest do what it do. Another dunce head. Are you kidding me? Token of regret isn't a bad idea, actually. That could easily get us through Captor, the elites. I think it's honestly just a... Do I buy a dunce head, though? Let's see. We got a money pot incoming. It's kind of close. We probably shouldn't buy a dunce head. I think that we'd be fine. But I don't want to not be fine. So... And it's something that we're probably just going to replace anyways. You couldn't have positioned yourselves worse. Okay. So we got all that for free. You guys are toasted. That seems like a good use. I'm gonna hit this. Why do you gotta be like this? Next turn we're probably gonna have to use this this disintegrate. I was kind of hoping to save it. We've got another ghost quill, which is moderately spooky. I am gonna hit this. I think we can actually go without using the disintegrate now. Yeah, we should be fine. We're looking very fine. Let's save this for the next turn just in case they decide to spawn another ghosty boy. This guy will counterattack us, so we need to walk out. That's fine, because we kind of want to like go up here to get these guys anyways. And then let's just start spamming 2 on these fools. Shaheens? Holy hold up. Glass cannon is actually a possibility. The problem with glass cannon is that it also works against stuff like blazing barrier and cinderpox. So we're going to have to really be sure that we have the spare will in order to use it. But otherwise, that's an inordinate amount of damage. Otherwise, we can actually go infinite with Shaheens. Or pretty close. Like, we'll have a lot of will. I think it's Shaheens. I would really have liked to have seen some critical chance here. We'll take the critical damage anyways. Again, hopefully it's not going to be important. A free skill definitely feels good in my book. Like, what else would that possibly be? Shielding. I don't think so. I think blur hitting 3 things is fine. Do I want another green? What would a green be? Green can be crit here. And we don't have... it's negative CDR and blur. That's absolutely terrible. Grasp, it's kind of terrible. Thread, it's kind of terrible. Okay, we don't go to the binding empowerment. Do we go to the Carver's Refuge early, actually? Yeah, I suppose that's better than a blue vestige could be pretty good. But getting this early before the boss seems pretty... Holla holla, it's your boy Mumsy. Hashtag nerf Mumsy. Study Windsong is also pretty good. I don't think that I like that better than anything that we've currently got, though. Especially since we have Mumsies, we kind of want to keep it all. Well, we want to keep all of our money now. Do we need Brain Tuna for Captor? It's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible that we want Brain Tuna. I would rather have it than not have it. I don't think that we're going to need it for Cinder. What's your homeboy doing over there, huh? One, two. Good lord. 3. I think we're okay. We didn't need Brain Tuna. Oh my good lord. Yeah, that's nuts. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. I think Loom is the next play here. Tether is just a little bit awkward. I'm willing to lose damage on our 2 free threads in order to thread more things, just to make that easier. If we can make that cost like 1 will technically, or stay within the free range, we're looking very good. Another critical grasp is absolute insanity. Like, I got it, right? Like, come on, man. Constricting Nuts is just going to be worse once we get to Cinder. Otherwise, if it was Argoloth, Constricting Knots on this build, oh boy. Hold up, actually. Is Critical Grasp better than getting our -1 will? I think that we can do without it. We will have to reroll the next one, though. Chances are is that we're not going to get the -1 will, guys. I'm sorry. Give me more critical chance. Yes, thank you. Yeah, not taking that glass cannon was a great idea. Mumsies is better. And this is what I was talking about. Loom basically saving us a will so we can do whatever the frick we want. A crit so we can guarantee a crit on everything else. Kind of want to make sure that you die. You spreading the damage is nice. And then I guess we just hook this man. Give me my crits. And I don't know. But it's kind of a waste, honestly. We procced Shattered Will on a turn where we could do nothing. A second Mumsies! A second Shaheens? I think the second Mumsies is 100% meme control. But if we are sure that we're going to have a spare will, we can purge the Cinderpox. Which, like, the only thing is that I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at the fact that we have those Cinder Cultists. That's the thing that's got me spooked. Otherwise, Shaheens will pretty much give us more will, which I think is better than double damage? I don't know. I am honestly in the don't know territory. Let's just get more movement. Safety. There's the -1 will cost. Okay, so we have unlimited movement. Why the frick did we grab movement? We have unlimited crits. So if we have unlimited crits, we don't technically have unlimited will. We can get pretty dang close. If we have unlimited crits, do we need Dun's Head? Like, the 40% damage is nice. I think that we can get rid of this for something. Is it Shaheen's or is it Mumsy? Mumsy would just be inordinate damage. And I suppose having unlimited will really doesn't mean anything. I don't know, man. I think we might be able to go without braided acacia. It's a risky play. We have unlimited movement, though. I'm so glad we went our own way instead of taking Cultivate. I would have been bored out of my frickin' skull. Okay, so hold up. If we didn't take 250, because we bought a, we bought the Prepared Constrict. If we were to add 250, we still wouldn't have been able to own this. If we somehow could have gotten away and carried or I guess gotten better RNG. If you gotten better RNG, you could have had a triple Mumsies. Or if you're here for fun, triple Mumsies. Pretty good, actually. It was a fun run. Again, I'm glad we went our own way instead of following the obvious, like, best path. If we would have rolled a crit or probably re-rolled into something that gave us, like, just a skosh of frickin' damage, we probably could have, well, I mean, I'm gonna use this, right? One. Guess I didn't even need to do that. Over here wasting will. Yeah, we're beyond okay here. Take that. Cinderpox is required. Let's not pop this. Pop it at the start of next turn. I should have moved over here because now I'm going to put an Inkbound in the middle of the frickin' arena and Cinder's blocking my view. I keep forgetting about that because every time I remember it, he's like, oh, I'm not going to take off. But again, I keep saying that might actually be the AI. If you're at the center of the arena, he takes off. If you're at the edges, he doesn't. I really should invest some time into looking into that. There's no reason not to crit here. He's dead. Pick up the cleansing shroom. Use this like 15 times. Just walk out. I really don't care about that orb. Okay, buddy. God, I love Grasp so much. We did it! Again, find a way to either crit, get good enemy spawns, or somehow solve fight 1, and you have a perfect score this run. That was the only thing in our way, because ever since then, I think the scariest thing was honestly Mimic. But after that, we blew up, got out of control. Again, it was a fun run. Hopefully you guys thought it was fun. You found it entertaining or at least educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, we will catch you guys around.